In this video, I'm going to be sharing things I wish I knew when I first became a sales manager. Welcome to my channel. I'm Steve Lentini, and I've been coaching and training salespeople for over 45 years, including managing salespeople in my own businesses and for others. And I've written books about selling, and I've written books about self-awareness and how to manage one's presence, especially in front of people who are looking to buy. And that's key, because today's energy is helping people buy. And I wish I knew some of the following things that I'm going to share with you. 3 things that I wish I knew when I was a sales manager. Number 1, I was promoted, of course, because I was a top salesperson, but the company didn't give me any training on how to manage people. And often when people came into my office to complain about the company, I didn't push back in the beginning and say, wait a minute, you're creating this. If you've got a complaint about the company, then bring it to the manager of the department. If it's the warehouse or collections or the customer service team, or even me, bring it up so we can change it. It's not a defense for your flat sales. I wish I knew that. What they were doing was pointing the blame at the company because their sales weren't growing, or in fact, in some cases, were down. The next thing I wish I knew was how to help them develop their curiosity. Most of the ones that were stuck or flat, they weren't relating to people and they were attached to their own goals. So what they wanted to do was sell something, and people sensed that energy. They had what I now know to be commission breath, and it stings. People were sensing that they were there to satisfy their own goals as a salesperson, not to help them buy. And so I wish I knew that, because I would have taught them what I'm teaching people now is detach from outcomes. Be curious and ask a lot of questions about whether or not your product can help them. What are their problems? What would they do if they didn't do anything, for example, to solve the problem? What if things stayed the same? What about the past? What worked? What hasn't? What would you like the future to be? Developing questions instead of making their own goals obvious. They were pushing what they made the most money on, and people sensed it. And the last thing is their results. I would have asked more questions early on about what they were focusing on, because what I learned is 20% of their efforts were getting them 80% of their result. And if they were focusing on the wrong customers, wasting their time with people who weren't going to invest in themselves or in their company to buy our services, then that explained the result they got. They got lackluster results because they weren't focusing on the right end of that funnel. They were focusing on the 80% of their customers that were giving them 20% of the result. So that's what I'm doing in this series. And if you like this video, then listen to this one. My goal is to help you win and to help you lead teams to success. I'm Steve Lentini. Thank you.